What if every human being woke up tomorrow with the ability to breathe underwater? No tanks, no gills, just open your mouth, dive in, and breathe. That's the question we're exploring in today's video. A world where the entire human race can dive beneath the waves, free as the fish, free as the dolphins. Imagine walking into the ocean, submerging, and the water becomes your air. Imagine the world's coastlines, seas, and underwater realms becoming as everyday as sidewalks. Let's set the stage. Right now, humans breathe air. We draw oxygen from the air via our lungs into tiny sacs called alveoli, where oxygen enters our bloodstream. Water doesn't work the same way. The oxygen inside water is mostly bound in chemical form or dissolved very thinly, and our lungs simply aren't designed to extract enough oxygen from water. Fish have gills, which work by running water over a large surface area that pulls the dissolved oxygen out. We don't have that system, so even though the world is 70% water, we are mostly land-air creatures. Now imagine this fundamental limitation disappears. Somehow, all humans gain a physiology shift, maybe gill-like membranes or ultra-efficient lung filters, and suddenly we can breathe underwater. What happens in the short term? Day 1. Beaches get crowded in a new way. People plunge into waves for hours, explore shallow reefs without equipment. Snorkels become obsolete. Coastal towns transform. Swimming from island to island is routine. Underwater caves become weekend trips. Freediving becomes as common as jogging. But with that freedom come immediate ripple effects. Diving deeper, exploring wrecks, submerged cities, we start pushing boundaries. But water pressure, density, and other physical factors remain. At deeper depths, water weight presses on the body. Breathing gas gets denser. The work of inhaling becomes harder. Even if you can breathe, the effort increases. Marine ecosystems feel it too. With humans now able to spend far more time underwater, human impact skyrockets. Shallow reefs are swarmed, marine life disturbed. Pollution enters zones never touched before. Over months, tourism becomes underwater tourism everywhere. Cities invest in submerged hotels, restaurants, transit tunnels undersea. Entire industries pivot to marine living and architecture. On the flip side, the psychological effect. Humans feel less separated from the sea. The ocean becomes part of everyday life, not a mysterious boundary. That shift in mindset matters. But long-term consequences? Big ones. Deeper diving becomes more common. At depth, the physical laws change. Pressure doubles every 10 meters. Gases behave differently, and risks like barotrauma, nitrogen absorption, and decompression sickness grow. What about breathing underwater and surfacing? Rapid changes from high pressure to surface pressure can cause bubbles in tissues, the bends. Even if you breathe, your body still faces physics. Marine creatures evolve slowly, but humans now flood their habitat. Food chains shift, fish migrate, ecosystems collapse or adapt in unpredictable ways. Coral reefs hit from new angles. Then there's the emotional side. Kids grow up seeing the sea not as vacation, but as classroom, playground, neighborhood. Our cultural stories about land, rivers, and ocean change. Now for the twist. What if this ability came with a cost? What if breathing underwater meant we lost something else, like forgetting the feel of air in our lungs, or our value of dry land vanished? What if we discovered that spending too much time underwater rewired our bodies? Our bone density shifts, our immune system adapts. Maybe we become less suited for land over time. Perhaps the greatest takeaway? This ability would blur the line between human and marine world. But the ocean doesn't forgive misuse. Freedom without respect becomes disaster. So in the end, the thought experiment isn't just about breathing underwater. It's about how we treat our planet, our environment, and how we see our place in it. Because if one day we could breathe underwater, the sea would no longer be out of reach, but neither with its troubles. If we take this power lightly, we might lose the magic of the ocean just as fast as we gained access. If you enjoyed this dive into What If, please hit the like button, subscribe for more curious ideas, and let me know in the comments. What would you explore first underwater if you could breathe freely?